think we're on, boys and girls. I hope we are. Need to. How's everybody doing? I don't know if everyone can hear me okay. Please type in the chat if you can hear me. We are live here on week 1 NFL Sunday, baby. YouTube! How is everybody doing out there? Happy Sunday, happy Sunday, happy Sunday. We'll see that this is playing okay, then we'll kind of get it going. All right, your chat's going to be up here on the right. Got everything up. Hope you all have a good day. We're digging into this info, getting it going. Let's take a look at some matchups this week, who I'm targeting in the DFS community. If you guys didn't get a chance to watch my DFS stream with Andy and BJ, we went over a lot of this before. But when you're setting your lineups just for your actual fantasy teams, I think it's smart to look at some of these lines and matchups just to see maybe who you're trying to decide who to put in. So we're here. We are here. You got the LA Chargers versus the Washington football team. 45.5 over under. Washington by 2. I think that line is a little low for the Washington side. I think they win by a little bit more than that. If you think back to the one time that Herbert struggled pretty tremendously last year, it was against the New England Patriots, and that was because they got a lot of pressure up the middle on Justin Herbert, and I think that's going to be the same. I think Herbert struggles today in this matchup against Washington. They get a lot of pressure up the middle. Taking Washington, we'll say 28, LA Chargers 20. There's my first guesstimate. Got Carolina, New York Jets, over under 44.5. Carolina 24, New York Jets 20.5 projected scoring. This one's a tricky game because you don't really know what to expect from this new Jets team. But if I had to guess, I still think they have a lot of growing to do. I would go Carolina 24, New York Jets 14, maybe 28-14, maybe 28-17. Either way, no matter what, I would take Carolina to cover the spread. I expect a big day from Christian McCaffrey, DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson, and I think it's going to be a good day in Carolina land, baby. All right, moving over to Philly, Atlanta. We have 48.5 over under. Atlanta projected 26 points. Philadelphia projected 22.5. This is a tricky one. I actually think that the Eagles will cover today. Yep, the Eagles will cover today. There's my guess of the day. My first, team that I think will cover. And I just think they're going to be too much on the offensive end. I think that they are going to have some receivers get open against that not so great secondary of the Atlanta Falcons, and they're going to score some points. All right, Arizona, Tennessee, 53.5. My first bet that I would do of the day. Give me that over all day. I think this has shootout potential written all over it. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys have any questions throughout this live stream, go ahead and ask that question in the chat, and I will stop what I'm doing and answer your guys' question. Arizona, 25.25. Tennessee, 28.25. Expect an over here high-scoring game. I like that bet actually more. All right, let's see those projections. Hannah Budden. I would go over this 53.5, and I think that it's going to be a very high-scoring game. Expect big DFS numbers, daily fantasy, regular fantasy. Kerry Colts has not been fired yet, but he's definitely on the hot seat. I don't really understand his defensive philosophy at all, to be honest with you, because he's proven to suck in the big games. I always think back at the old Alabama game when We all watched it. We all knew it. They were going to throw the ball to Devontae Smith. And we look out there and freaking Tough Borland's out covering them on the flats. That made me puke. Anyway, I'm going to continue. Jacksonville, Houston, 24.5 to 21.5. I like the Jacksonville Jaguars to cover this game. I think this is going to be one of the games where they come out on fire and do well. Minnesota and Cincinnati Bengals, 47.5. This is one I'm hammering the over-run. I think they're going to score more points than that. I'm not really touching the over-under on this. You guys let me know what you think about that. Seattle, Indianapolis, 48.5 over-under. 25.75, 22.75. This is my upset of the week. I got the Colts winning straight up. West team traveling east. 1 o'clock matchup. Not good. That's a hot take. That's a very hot take. Hannah, your projections didn't come up if you were going to ask the question. Bengals. So yeah, going to cut the projections a little short here, and I'm going to go and start setting my lineups and see what you guys think about this. So, this is my first fantasy league, probably my most important one. This is a dynasty league with all my friends. Have a pretty solid team. What do you guys think about me taking out Saquon Barkley from Myles Gaskin? I thought about that all night. It came out that Saquon may not get the touches that he was expected to. I think Gaskin has a safer role today, but who knows? Gaskin all day. Give me that Gaskin. I like this lineup a lot. Let's go ahead and dig into my Dynasty 2. What do you guys think about this? Lamar Jackson, Austin Eckler, Henderson, just okay. Tyreek, Mike Evans, really let me down this week. I don't know what to say much about that. Robert Woods, Mark Andrews, Diggs. What's up, Clayton? Welcome to the stream, bro. Marvin Jones, Tom Brady says a super flex. Got a pretty solid bench. Locked up Latavius, got Javonte, Tyrell Williams. I got Dava Peoples-Jones. This is a super flex, and you do play 3 receivers, 2 flex, 2 big lineups. Kind of like it that way. Clayton, welcome to the stream. You have any questions, my man? Start sit questions, anything that you are curious about, and I will cover it. Going to my first season-long league, we have the Stroker Football League over on myfantasyleague.com. Just a year-long league. I went with Lamar as my QB. I actually went zero running back format in this, where I kind of avoided the running backs to around 6 or 7. I locked up my Travis Kelce's of the world, Allen Robinson, Stephon Diggs, Godwin, Lamar. Then I landed Mike Davis and Javonte Williams. I picked up Latavius Murray and free agency. So my team went from 0 RB to, I feel pretty good about my RBs actually at this point. I think I have a real shot to win this league if everyone's healthy. I think I made a mistake not starting Antonio Brown this week. I was going to start him over Allen Robinson because they played the Rams. But I made the mistake that I tell people not to make. I paid too much attention to projections, and instead I went with the projections instead of my heart, which is not what you want to do. All right. I like it. That is not an easy choice. I'm probably taking Cooks right out of it. I'm not taking Cooks. So it's down to Julio or T. Higgins for me. I know Cooks might even be projected the most on most of these sites, but I really like Julio's matchup. I think it's going to be a scoring fest. And I like T. Higgins' matchup. I think that's going to be a scoring fest. I have them in about the same tier this week. What I would say is for Julio. Probably had to draft him in the 5th, 6th round. He's probably not going to be healthier this year than he is week 1 against a favorable matchup. So if you're going to play Julio Jones at all this year, this would be the week to do it. So I would go Julio this week just because this is the healthiest he's going to be all year. He should feast, but I also do think T. Higgins is going to feast as well. I don't think you can go wrong with either one. I always kind of use the assumption that I'm going to play a wide receiver in my flex opposed to a running back if I have the ability to. I think I know stats say that wide receivers hit a minimum threshold more often than running backs. So yes, obviously running backs can go off and get you 20, 25, but the wide receiver in a flex position is safer and usually has higher upside. So remember that when you're setting your lineups. Anytime that you are going between like a Chase Edmonds and let's say I only had one flex and I was determining between Chase Edmonds and Kenny Golladay, I would probably always go with Kenny Golladay in this situation because it's just a safer option in the long, if you look at the stats, higher hit rate. This is my second season-long team. Ryan Tannehill, Dalvin Cook, Austin Eckler, T. Higgins, Chase Claypool, George Kittle, Kenny Golladay, Chase Edmonds. I felt like this was a very difficult draft when I was doing it. I drafted from the 2nd spot to keeper league, and I was very surprised with how well people draft in this league. To be quite frank, last year the draft with these individuals was crazy. People were drafting absolutely insane. Didn't make any sense in my head, but they drafted running back heavy this year, and then I was kind of stuck chasing running backs. Got Kittle in the 3rd, got Tannehill, and I was left with just, decent receivers, but I don't really have that go-get-'em receiver. So it's kind of where I'm at with this league. I think I have a chance to do well, but I need Chase and T to kind of explode onto the scene, and I need to hold afloat until Michael Thomas comes back. Once Michael Thomas comes back, I'll have the solid wide receiver 1, and I like my team a lot better. But right now, it's just okay. Hope I go 3-2 or something like that. Is there any other questions out there from the viewers today? I'm going to go ahead and dip in. I'm going to make 5 lineups here on the stream. See what's going on. Defense on FanDuel. How much money are you talking about? I think there's 2 defenses I just can't get my eyes off this week, and that's the New York Giants for $3,700, and then the Denver Broncos for $4,100. They're both on the cheaper end, and I like them the most this week. If you want to take a shot in the dark, I also like the Houston Texans at 24th, playing against a rookie QB, his first game of his life in the rain, I just read. So I like that a little bit better. So those 3, I'd take some shots on. That question is kind of difficult to answer. I kind of go with whoever is kind of has the best matchup. So this week, it's hard not to pay up for Travis Kelce. As a lifelong Browns fan, I've watched year after year tight ends just torch us over and over and over again. So it's hard not to pass up the $8,500 for Travis Kelce. You look at these running backs, though, there are a high number of high-priced guys that I like, so I will pay up for one of those if it fits my mold. So running backs and tight ends are usually what I pay up for the most, and I kind of go middle of the range for receivers. Might try to snag like one of these top guys, but usually my wide receiver 2 and 3 are pretty low priced down here in like the 5,000s. You can get a lot of value. Corey Davis, 5,800. Marvin Jones, 5,800. And then defense. Defense, I usually stay away from the top priced people. and I'll stick down to, 4,200 and lower, because usually when you look at the winning lineup, it's someone from down there. So hopefully that makes sense. Let's go ahead and make a lineup. Andy just asked me if I have a Matt Ryan lineup, and I don't. So let's go ahead and make a Matt Ryan lineup. I think they're going to score a lot, and I just think he's pretty good value this week. He's 7,300. So let's go ahead and lock up Matt Ryan. We got to put Ridley in there. We got to put Gage in there. I'm going to do the double Matt Ryan stack. 5,700. The old Atlanta Falcons. I think that's going to be the low owned. I love Cook this week, and I love Mixon this week. Oh, yeah, you'll like that, Hannah. The Joe Mixon pick. Let's go ahead and see if we can even do this. Pay up for that. Let's go ahead and do Broncos and see how much we got left. So we got 48.50. We're going to have to go cheaper in, see if there's anybody of value. Zach Pascal's a sneaky pick this week because he's going to get a lot of playing time. So I'm going to go ahead and pick him. Should score a little bit of points. Then in the flex position, going down to 4,800. Who's going to get a run at some playing time this week? Down in this area. So it get hard when you only have 4,800 and there's not that many players that are actually going to get playing time. I think we take a shot on like a James White, a Terrace Marshall, Marlon Mack, Doyle, Madison's not going to play. No one's really sticking out to me. Who's going to play? I wouldn't be mad taking like we're going to go. This might be off the cuff a little bit, but they said Mark Ingram's going to get a run today. I think he has a low floor or a high floor. Don't love it. Kind of determining whether I want to go Mark Ingram or James White. I think I'm going to go James White. What do you guys think, chat? Mark Ingram or James White? Help me out. You know what? Let's go neither. I don't really love neither. Let's go here. Let's actually get some exposure to the Texans. So we'll have a little bit more cash now. So much money we got left. So now we have some money to play with. We go Judy versus the Giants. Don't like that matchup. Going against a very good corner. Bradbury. I like Myers. He's going against a good corner, though. Tyrell Williams should get a lot. You like Ingram, huh? I don't really like anyone at this point either. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to switch back. We're going to switch back to the Broncos. We're going to go Mark Ingram. Give him a shot. I'm not going to play him this year, then, or this week. I'm probably never going to play him. So a little bit of exposure. Do you think I should go Pittman Jr. and go? What's a better stack? The Broncos defense with Pittman or with Mark Ingram, or the Houston Texans defense with Pittman Jr.? What's a better stack in your guys' opinion? Let me say that again. Denver Broncos with Mark Ingram or Houston Texans defense with Ingram? Ooh, buddy, I like that question, T-Scar. This is the 1 week. I think we're talking week 1. I'm going Mostert. He's healthy. He's still going to get the majority of the carries. I think he's a little bit cheaper. So, it's a good question. So let's look at the prices. We got Najee at 65 and Mostert at 61. Get a 400 discount, and I think Mostert is going to get the bulk of the carries today. And when he's healthy, he is statistically the most elusive back in the NFL, which is pretty crazy. He just can't stay healthy. I'm a little bit nervous about this Pittsburgh and Buffalo game as far as the running game, because I think that Buffalo is going to jump out early, and then Pittsburgh's going to be caught throwing the ball a lot and revert to their 2020 team format where they're just chucking the ball over the field. So I don't think they're going to have the ability to run the ball with Najee Harris today. Just my guess. Do a Kyler and Hopkins lineup. I haven't really done that. Went through here that you guys like. That's not. I mean, I agree. Great matchup. Kyle Pitts. I don't have any exposure to him in this. I'm going to get some exposure just in case. Don't really expect him to do well, but Terry McLaurin's a sneaky play this week. You know, Curtis Samuel's out. So I'm liking Terry McLaurin being the only weapon there again. And I like Ridley a lot. Ridley's hard to get off. I keep avoiding Tyreek Hill because he's playing the Browns, but let's go ahead and put him in there. I think he will find the end zone, unfortunately. Let's go ahead and Mostert. James Robinson's going to be complete chalk, but it's okay. Terry this week's going to be great. I mean, he's going to be a target hog. Expect like a 7 reception, 100 yards, and a touchdown. That sounds like a pretty good stat line for him. I'm going to get Edmonds here. I think I have just enough. I like this team a lot. Tell me what you guys think about this roster. High octane. Got the Murray. Hell, this might be the $1 million lineup. You guys let me know what you guys think. Okay. Know why it's saved. Tell you what, boys, the longest TD jackpot's kind of tempting too. So you guys want to longest TD jackpot, pick some home run threats. You know, the Nelson Aguilars of the world. I might throw him in one soon. I'm gonna do that right now. I might do a Mac Jones lineup, man. I spelled Aguilar wrong. He'll play. Deep threats, baby. How much is Mac Jones? What's the price on Mac Jones this week? Sean Jackson, is he going to get a good run? Everything I'm reading says he's the wide receiver 4 on that team. Mac Jones, 6,200. Then we can just load up. Good Travis. Let's go McCaffrey. Let's go Cook. Get them all in there. Russell Gage is a good start, but who are you trying to decide between Russell Gage and who? Are we talking PPR? Are we talking, what are we talking? I think Russell Gage is a safe play. I think that most teams that play the Atlanta Falcons are going to double team Calvin Ridley, which is going to leave one-on-one with Russell Gage. So he should get some targets. But who are you deciding between? I'll throw Deshaun Jackson here. I don't think that's a bad. They're tonight though, aren't they? Yeah, they're not playing till tonight. I'll pick a couple home run threats right there. Go down to Broncos. Pick Giants this time. Do, 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 do. JT moving. Who are you trying to decide between Russell Gage and who? Couple rookies. Deep threat, deep threat, deep threat. This one's called my longest TD jackpot. Probably not the upside to win the million, but all right. Throwing darts at these last couple. Anybody in this chat, throw me out a quarterback you guys want to see me make a lineup with. Be off the wall, whatever you guys want. I don't have a Josh Allen lineup, I don't think. Old Rodgers, fine, let's do it. Rodgers, Devontae. I don't have a lot of Aaron Jones exposure either. Actually, none. Let's go with that. I'm going to put Eckler in any lineups. Let's do that. Let's do a little bit off the cuff here. Let's do Cobb instead of Devontae. Just change it up a little bit. And for our receivers, spend up a little bit. I don't have much A.J. Brown, so let's go A.J. Brown. And I don't have any Deontay. So, tight end. Is there a specific tight end you'd like to see? Go ahead and answer that question, and I will continue to make this. Looking for low exposure plays. I don't have any Cooks. Mostert's good. That's for you Bengals fans. That's what we're stuck with. Kittle, Pitts. I think we go Kittle here, right? Got some money left over, but I don't hate it at all. Let's go ahead and do it. We have one more lineup to make, ladies and gentlemen. Anybody that I haven't played. I'm going to make a Roethlisberger lineup because I think that there's a small chance that the Bills kind of jump out on top, which is going to leave them in the throwing. So let's go here. Kind of play by behind. Let's go the old Ohio backfield. We'll mix that in with Travis Kelce. My touchdown call of the week, Marvin Jones Jr. Let's go back to the old faithful Broncos. I think they're going to feast today. Got 6,600 for the last flex position. We'll go Ayuk. No. Robbie Anderson. Who we liking from this? Swift? Jarvis? Ayuk? Swift's out here killing people. Sanders? Sanders might be pretty low owned. I think we'll go Sanders. I have no exposure to Sanders. He's going to be low owned. All right, let's see what I have. Love it. $48 invested, ladies and gentlemen. All right, if you're new to this channel, please hit that subscribe button. Like the video, like the stream. Hope you all enjoy your NFL opening day Sunday. Time for Lucas to cash out. Hope you all have a great day.